This is a secret way of striking the golf ball much better with your driver and with your irons. Toughie this, 17th at Mottram Hall, arguably the toughest hole on this golf course. We're talking about the point at which you're looking at the golf ball. Might sound strange that, but let's see where you're looking at this golf ball. Are you just focusing on the whole ball, or is there actually a point you're looking at? So let's start off with setup with driver. We know we want to hit on the up, okay? So we need to make sure we're looking at the right point. So all I want you to do here in your setup, after you've got the ball in the correct position, you've moved your right foot away, I want you to look at the back of the ball. Now what this is really going to help us do is get this angle of attack a little bit more on the up. Now there's also an added benefit to this. The amount of times I see people really trying to deliver a lot of power with driver, and actually this gets them to sway a little bit. That's not what we want. I want you to really think about focusing on the back of the ball throughout and not seeing any more of the back of the ball, focusing on that specific point. Back of the ball, back of the ball. What a great way to feel as though we're staying nice and centered in the backswing. So you can see here, there's already 2 points to this in terms of how can I strike the golf ball better while concentrating on that correct point is the first thing we've got to think about. So come this way with me, have a look at this. So you've already seen how I've got the ball sort of set up there. I've got the head logo pretty much splitting this golf ball in half, and you've seen that already on a close-up. Okay, so for a driver, we're looking at the back of the ball, really encouraging that upwards hit. I now want to turn that ball to point directly to target, okay? It might take me a minute to get this back on the tee. Directly to target. So if we're a slicer of the golf ball, if we're a drawer of the golf ball, or a hooker of the golf ball, let's talk about some options we can use, about simple things to use on a golf course, because we've got to think about using our knowledge of our golf swing that we've learned from our PGA Pro or you've learned from the YouTube videos, and then finding ways for you to take it to the golf course. That is what we're here about on the channel, taking things to the golf course. So let's start with person if you're hooking the ball. So a ball that's starting significantly sort of right to left and moving and finishing left for a right-handed golfer, right? You would be attacking the golf ball now, looking at this ball on, as we're looking to target, this inside left with a significantly closed face, like this, okay? If we thought about then attacking that golf ball from that other point, so from that outer point with a little bit of an open face, we're going to hopefully feel like we're working to the opposite, but train that middle ground. So where I want you to look if you're hooking the golf ball is trying to feel as though you're looking at the furthest point on the outer part of the golf ball, to really give you that instinct of, right, okay, I'm not attacking it and hitting it from this inside point, I'm trying to attack it from the outside point. Again, that's exaggerated, but all these things are simple ways you can improve your strike with driver. Let's now flip that on its head. Most of us are slicers of the ball, right? How do we fix this? Well, again, we've split that golf ball in two, or the tennis ball in this fact. Attack that inside the ball with a bit of a closed face. This would be slightly different. Really think about attacking that golf ball from the inside, hitting it on the up, as opposed to where you've been, is crashing on the outer part of the golf ball. So you can see how many benefits. We're stopping slicing, we're stopping a hook, we're stopping a slice, we're getting set up right. And all these things are simple because they're actually how our brain works. We focus on something, we've got a much better chance of hitting it. Imagine you're actually probably not even thinking about where you're contacting the ball, you're bothered about where you are in your backswing. Yes, I'm not saying those things aren't important, but it's more important, I think, on the golf course, especially on the golf course, we're looking at what point we're contacting the ball. So in this instance, let's imagine we're a little bit of a slicer. I'm going to think about creating a good setup, but then where I'm going to attack the golf ball as well. So I've got my golf ball with my logo on top pointing directly down towards target. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up, move my left foot away, right foot away. I'm going to search for the back of the ball, but then concentrate on this inside left, not outside right, to give me that real good chance of hitting that draw or that straighter shot down the fairway. Much better strike down that fairway. Let's now join you down that fairway and have a look how we can get this so much better with a strike with our irons. We've said about cutting it in half. One side, back side, front side. Let's now have a look how we can strike the golf ball better with our irons. So hopefully, so far, you'll be really enjoying this video. Don't forget, for each and every one of the videos up on the channel, we have a PDF and a newsletter to keep you up to date with all the tips. And you know what? Just these points to write down and take with you can just help bring this video to life for you. So we've spoken about the two sides of this golf ball. So going back to how we started this video, looking at the back side for driver, we're now going to concentrate on this front side and swinging through onto that to help us get a descending hit, not the upwards hit. So let's go to the face-on perspective here. I mean, this is arguably, I think, my favourite shot. Have a look at that. That's a beautiful shot to play here. I say beautiful, it's very intimidating and very hard, but it's nice. It looks nice. So, again, going back to this sort of sway feeling, especially with our long irons, we're trying to get them up in the air. The key thing here is we're hitting down on it and we're using the technology in the club to get this ball in the air for us. So with an iron, I want you to just focus on just the left-hand side of this ball. Just on the left-hand side of this ball to give you that feeling of crashing down, not hitting up. But also, those focus points, go back to the draw, go back to the slice sort of analogy. It's going to help you have a lot more fun out on the golf course. That are things that are simple. We're not discounting anything else. We're thinking of simple little tricks, simple little secrets that really loosen you off, relax you on the golf course. And there's nothing worse than thinking about too much, right? Head can become scrambled. We don't enjoy our golf. Here we go. Let's finish off with my favourite shot down here. So looking at the front of the golf ball, now obviously on the fairway we can't actually have the golf ball in the perfect position as we can put it on the tee on a par 5, a par 4 and a par 3, but we can still concentrate on that front side to help eradicate that sway and get that downwards hit. Oh, be the club. Ah, that was just, look at the divot. Look at the divot. So hopefully guys, you've really enjoyed that video and some simple analogies to take to the golf course. Try them this week before heading out on Saturday and please do report back. I really do enjoy it when everybody tells me they've used these tips or certain things that help them. Not necessarily in this video, but others. I'm here to help you improve your golf. Simple tips every single day at 3:30. Thank you so much for joining me.